Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Okay, so it's Wednesday today, obviously. There's no news again today, no news Monday or yesterday. So again, not expecting great price action, expecting pretty stagnant price action. So I'm not going to try and force anything. Yeah, I mean, let's get into some technical analysis. Let's do some top down, start on the daily. Okay, so first thing I notice is this daily fair value gap here. Let me get rid of some of this, some of these old drawings. Some of them are still relevant though. So we have a large daily imbalance here. This is the first thing I notice. So buy side inefficiency. No SMT on the daily. We'll probably shrink that down in a minute. Just now we'll mark it up there. Okay, this is the H4. So straight away I can see that this small inversion, sorry, this small IFE, small fair value gap here is holding price down. So I'll give that a mark. And obviously I have this one marked from yesterday. It's still, still there. And price is currently inside of the NDOG, the new day opening gap. We have this range here, and here's EQ. It looks like price just tapped EQ. Didn't really retrace much into discount. But there is an H4 gap here that we did tap. So what I'll do is I'll just move this over a little bit because we don't, the H4 is what we really use the most. Get rid of some of these random lines as well. The equal lows still relevant. In fact, they're sat in discount in the lower quadrant of the daily FVG, so could be a nice target. Let's see how price action behaves though. Obviously with no news today. I'll extend this range out a little bit till 10 a.m. What's this one here? Oh, this is this large range here. See, I'd want to see a sweep. I think a buy side here first, and then we come down into the range, or some sort of intermediate term high, because I just don't really see how this is going to tank from here, given all this consolidation. It's engineering liquidity on the buy side. It's the way that I see it. So I think we do come and sweep these highs, potentially sweep all-time highs. I don't think we'll get a full retracement into this range. Again, equal lows still relevant. Unfilled 50-minute FVG from a couple of days ago, still relevant, but I don't think price is going to come down this low, to be honest. Let's keep this here, a little back there. Drop down to the 15. Okay, so on the 15, I see a lot of engineered buy-side liquidity, like I said earlier. We have a large M15 FVG here, but we did sweep Asia low. Let me just move this out, because we do have sell side here that is untapped. Sell side there. So we swept Asia low, and then re-tapped into this H4, but didn't take the low inside of the gap. And obviously, you can see London took PM session high as well. So I'll just mark that up. Swept. Obviously, we still have lunch highs here and Asia highs. So are these two. I should just mark it as buy side. Here's this H4 inefficiency. We also have London high here. Like I said, there's a lot of engineered buy side. And then there's this M15 FVG here, which was tapped right here. So, and then the price reached back up, but didn't actually tap into it. But I'm going to mark these as relative equal highs. Relative equal highs, and then we also have an M15 BPR, which price looks like it wants to close above, given by these candles here. So there's a small buy side imbalance right here. Okay, so ideally, I'd like to see price come deeper into this discount first before before going higher. Obviously today could be a tight range. This price action here indicates to me that we are stuck in a range. So I did ideally want to see this range low swept or this range high swept first before we try and take a position. But obviously if we come up this way and we sweep these relative equal highs and then we get a valid short setup, I'd take it, but I'd take it to the next internal liquidity. I wouldn't take it to any major, maybe a runner or something. But so looking at ES, I can actually see an SMT right here at Asia low. So I'm actually just going to change this to SMT with ES. That's what we've got. Have a look on the daily real quick again, just to see where we are in terms of premium wicks. So there's a rejection wick here. I could mark it. I just don't want all the lines on the screen. That's the only thing with this. We can mark it as a potential level. These don't act as like a support. They just an area of sort of, I don't know, like it's difficult to explain, really. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Oh, it's here. Just another confluence, really. I usually like to draw out the whole quadrants of the largest rejection wick. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because we've already got so many lines on this chart. And we've got 9 minutes until market open here. So we're currently tapped into this BPR. It looks like we're rejecting. Like I say, I do want to see longs of this SMT, but I just like for a short term towards these relative equal highs. But I'd rather it come back down deeper into discount, rebalance a little bit more of this this FVG. Potentially come back down to these equal lows, although they are only on the 1 minute. What is the it's just it looks like it's just going to consolidate, to be honest, or we're going to get some more range chop, maybe potentially like something like this. Draw out a little, maybe we get this. Right, now let me do it on the 15. Maybe we get this. Just an idea. Something I'd like to see. Zoom in a little bit. So this is the M5. I'm currently in an M5 gap here. I'll mark it out. Okay. Well, let's just sit and wait on the 5 minute until we get market open. Take another look at the H4. So we've got 35 minutes until this candle closes. It's not really going to tell us a lot, to be honest, because we've had a range inside of these gaps. This range is literally just because price is trapped in between these two FEGs here. But we can attempt to trade the range if we get a nice setup. I'm curious to see if there was anything off this low here. Oh, there was. This is nice. This is a very nice setup. I don't trade pre-market though, so I would have been a little bit wary because of the sell side that's right here, and obviously the EQ. But we did balance the EQ all the way back here. We just tapped up, and obviously there is an SMT, and it's obviously tapped into this H4 again, so it's reacting off a higher time frame PD array. Yeah, this would have been a nice long. You could have targeted this for a 4R, or you could have targeted all the way up here and then like left a runner. But yeah, you'd still be in the trade now. Yeah, that's nice. Let's see what price wants to do here. So let's just mark out this range. I'll delete it afterwards, but we'll just have curiosity. Okay, so we're currently at OTE of the of this short 1 minute range. Yeah, I'd definitely like to see it come back down and take out this liquidity first. Right, just gonna nip to the toilet, excuse me. Okay. Just take a quick look at what 830 did. So here's the 830 price. It looks like price stagnated. We've got a short move up here. So I'm expecting, since 8:30 didn't really expand too much, I'm expecting a expansion. Sorry, a manipulation and expansion coming 9:30. Obviously, that's subject to how price action is. So far, it doesn't look bad. Obviously, there's quite a lot of chop, especially on the higher time frame. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not going to force anything. Just go back to the 5. If I was to also short against this SMT, I'd want to see ES or NQ take this as well. So we at least have an SMT in our opposite direction, but it would still be, yes, lower probability. Okay, you got like 30 seconds left until market open. It's quite a deep closure inside of this M5. Okay, closed on consequent encouragement. Okay, so this might be our manipulation. No valid short here, even if we wanted it. Okay, so we're coming down, reacting off this M15 BPR. It's a big candle. I'm not a massive fan of these big candles on market open. Wow, that is a huge candle. When is this candle? 50-point candle. Holy. This SMT didn't mean anything then. Unless we hold the low, I guess, but I want to see it taken, so. This is where we just sit back and wait. We're likely going to head lower here. So there's this tap of the H4 gap again. See if it comes lower and sweeps some lows. So you've got this huge sell side imbalance, and then price off came back, tapped it, and it might deliver lower off this. There's that sell side liquidity. I feel like we might get a decent sell off here. We've also got this daily FVG right here. There's the premium wick high that I mentioned earlier. SMT is no longer valid. ES has taken the low. I don't mind this for long if we get it. We'd have to close above both of these. We've swept sell side and we're rejecting off a daily and an H4 FEG. And we're in discount, so this is an A plus. It would be an A plus if we got it. That's the 2 minute. 2 minutes slightly cleaner. Because equal lows is still here. Still could be a target here. Run a target relative equal highs if we get it. We could always bump up to the 2-minute. 2-minute FEG is a little bit clearer. We'll see what price wants to do here. I like this if we do get it. Okay. Okay, so I entered a small position here. I'm looking at the consequent encouragement of this gap here as my break even. The only issue is it's quite a large stop, which I'm not a massive fan of. Obviously, once we get this consequent encouragement, I'll stop to break even. Also, if we get a 30-second IFEG as well, I'll also close. So if we get a close below this here, in which case that would be a $150 loss. We'll see. So we did sweep this high. I don't want to see it stall here. I want to see price close here with a nice bullish candle. There we are. So I feel like I'm going to move my stop to break even in just a second here. Okay, there's consequent encouragement. So I'm going to move my stop to break even. And we're going to see how this goes. So I'm going to take off 2 micros here at this high. Oh, hang on. Wrong side again. We may get stopped at break even here, which I don't mind. It keeps us in the game. It protects us from losses. Break even saves me more often than not. So if it stops me break even and then runs, there we are. There's break even. Got no problems with it. If we get a 30-second confirmation, I'd take it. Like I say, if this runs without me, I've got no issues because the break even saves me more than it doesn't. Be slightly annoyed if it's just ticked me out here and then runs. But which it looks like it's going to do. Well, that's great. That's exactly what you want to see. How many ticks did it stop us out by a break even here? 1.25 ticks. Wow. Oh well. It is what it is. This very well could have just reversed here. So I'm not mad about it. So we have an M5 IFEG here. The price is going to come up. Tapped. So what I'm now looking for is a potential re-entry. If we get a 5-minute closure above, which we haven't, if this 5-minute candle closes above without taking this high, I'll be looking for a 30-second confirmation. Actually, the close is pretty strong. There's a lot of momentum. So if we come down, potentially rebalance these inefficiencies here, and it gives us a 30-second long, take it. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think we're going to be that lucky. Okay. So we are coming down here. I like to think now that we wouldn't have even hit TP1 yet. So, yeah. Okay, well, there's no chance of a 30-second re-entry from here anyway. If this left us a nice bearish gap here, we could have inversed, but no. Okay. So I'd like to see if we're going to get a long now. I kind of want to see some liquidity taken with a displacement downwards, so we can get a nice inverse. So we're tapping into a 4-minute here. There's not really, there's no setup here. There's no like valid setup here. So again, there's no entry. There's no confirmation entry here. Even on the 50, and this is a nice engineered liquidity, but it doesn't help us if we don't get a re-entry. Now, if price closes over this on the M5 right now, we've got 20 seconds left on this M5. I would take a smaller position. So no closure there. We could very well just chop here, to be honest. You see why I marked out this premium wick high here. I mean, reacting off consequent encouragement of the H4 and also the premium wick. What a shame. I kind of want to see price just consolidate here, just make me feel better about this. Missing out, I don't really want it to go in 2p. Or really give me a re-entry before it does, if it does. Even if it just swept it high and gave us like a short position. Don't really mind this, to be honest. The break-even's close. I'm gonna enter long here. Just okay. No, I'm not. There's nothing really I can do here. I mean, do I want to enter long? We left equal highs. We left equal highs here. See how this 3-minute closes. It's quite a large stop. Even if we went for London high, we could. This is quite nice. Obviously, we've left equal highs as well. I won't want to see it come down any lower than this. I want to leave this as a breakaway. All right, well, I'm going to enter another long here. I'm going to go much lower risk than before. Okay, I'm in longs. My entry is the M5. Entry's right here. I've only entered with 2, because obviously we didn't get what we wanted. And I'm going to be pretty aggressive with my break even. It's actually going to be right here at this high, so I'm actually already going to move my stop to break even. So it basically has to just keep running, otherwise we're closing. There's there's going to be no leeway here from me. Being tactical with my stop right now because I've risked so little that I don't mind going into a slight bit of drawdown for this. But I do not want to see it give us an inversion. Like if we close below this, I'm going to close the trade and I'll lose like $30. So. But I don't mind staying in it for now. I'm currently down $15, like, and then this would be like 30. So it's literally tiny risk. So we like this trade anyway. We entered long earlier, but we got stopped to break even. So let's see how price reacts to this. If we get a nice pump off it, then we'll we'll hold the position. We'll take a partial. But if we get a close below, I'm inclined to just close the trade for a small loss. So we're coming down and see if we close this FEG here. All right. I'm out of that position there. Irritating, to be honest. And we would have got a nice partial off this entry hit down here as well. It's just composure. I'm now going to wait. I'm not going to immediately, and now it's going to just close again, is it? And just go straight to our full TP. Okay. Well, there's a 30-second re-entry, so I'm going to take that. Waiting. Still waiting. still waiting. Okay, no entry. Let's wait for 10 a.m. here. So this would have been a valid short. Obviously, we didn't see it. And the IFG is slightly, a little bit too small. Like I said, I would still like to see a 30-second continuation long. Okay, so here's 10 a.m. Okay, so I'm in longs here. This will be my break even. First target is here. This is my break even point. This is the 30-second confirmation entry that I was talking about. So we could actually target higher, potentially London high. So I'm going to just draw it up for now. And then I'm going to take off one. Actually, it depends. If we close, if we get a rejection off this, then I'm going to close the trade. I need to see this closed above strongly. I don't mind coming back down and tapping into this. But that would be it then. It looks like we're going to take another loss here. Okay. We've not quite been stopped out yet. Okay, I'm going to close the position now. This is a rough one. I mean, I've not lost much at all. I'm down like $90 in total on like 3 trades. And we would have been a winner, which is annoying. But it doesn't matter too much. I'm still waiting, so we'll give it one more go if we get the setup. If not, I'm going to turn off the charts. Could be engineering some buy side here. Okay, so what I'm noticing right now is that we've got a M5 FEG sat quite nicely in discount. And discount is 230. Price is going very choppy. Mm. Yeah, there's just a lot of chop here. There's not really much going on, to be honest. Okay, so we're tapping into this M1 again, this M1 BPR. Which is also an inversion, an M2 inversion. And there's not really much going on, to be honest. Just sit here and wait. Okay. So we have an M1 here. Just don't know if I just don't like it. It's not come down and rebalanced EQ. It's not given, there's no valid setup here really. Well, this is the long that we took earlier, that we got stopped at break even out right here. This was the long to relative equal highs. This would have been TP1. Oh. This would have been TP1. And this would have been full TP. But we got stopped out right here. Like by 1.25 ticks. Like right there. It is what it is. Slightly annoying, but oh well. And then we get chopped here. And then we just have to sit through a chop. So that's a no news Wednesday for you. Okay, looks like we might get our EQ rebalance here. This looks like manipulation to me. This looks like price is being manipulated downwards. I feel like it wants to go higher. But yeah, I do feel like we're being manipulated downwards here. And we remove this. All right, so there's the M5 and there's EQ. So we also have an unfilled M1 here. That we could potentially tap into. It's also an M2. But this is enough for me if it wants to give us a long entry. We've swept sell side. We're reacting off a 5-minute FVG. We're reacting off a discount of the premium range. H4 FVG, daily FVG, and we took sell side on the higher time frame. I like this for a long if we get it. There's also engineered buy side liquidity as well. I like this. Hard stop at the low. We close if the inversion gets closed back below. Let's see if we get it. Maybe we come down and rebalance this M1 first. Or we just come all the way down and disregard anything I just said. That makes sense too. We do have SMT. Okay, I didn't see the SMT. We have SMT here with ES. That's the issue with having a chart so big. I don't really look at ES charts too much. Apologies for that. Yeah, there's SMT with ES here, so Perhaps this 2-minute was the valid play. This was the play, this was. But then we did close above, so it would have been a loss anyway. This is just bad price action, really. So we've got 30 seconds until this 5-minute closes. Now I've seen the SMT. If we get an M5 close underneath this BPR here, I wouldn't mind taking a small short position and going for these equal lows down here. Just set up my order ready in case we get it. Oh. So equal lows are at 25163. 25163. Oh wait, no, they're not. I'm doing. But yeah. 25114. So what I'm looking for a 30-second confirmation short. See, this to me looks like a market maker sell model, but then we do have engineered liquidity. But there is SMT, so it's valid. It's just a little bit ropey, so I'd go lower risk on this. If we got it, which it doesn't look like we will. We'll see what price wants to do here off this 2-minute. Might give this one a miss, guys, and just close off the stream. I just doesn't look great. We'll see. So we have an M1 here, M1 IFEG. Looks like it wants higher. Let's remove the order template. See, we got the M5 closure, but nothing off it. But if we get the 3-minute closure here, this is what I'm talking about. But we do have SMT, so we got SMT on the highs and SMT on the lows. It's just a lower probability day. To be honest, we're probably range bound. So we're acting off this 2-minute here and the 3-minute. 5-minute looks like it's going to stay. The 5-minute did close back above, which means the 5-minute was invalid. So, which actually means that a 30-second long confirmation is still valid, but so is a short. See, this isn't good price action. This isn't like what you really want to be taking anything in. You've got dual bias here. You know, we could go either way. Two SMTs. Okay, so this is a 30-second long. The IFGs are small, but they combine together. So we're not going to get it though. Okay, so we're getting some sort of sell-off here. Still equal lows. We could. I'm just gonna do a template here in case we get some sort of retracement inversion. Nothing really for us to take. There was no setup here for a sell apart from this and the M2 above as well. We can remove this since we don't really need it. Just looking at a lower time frame over there. So we've swept this low. This looks like a sell model to me, so I think we might end up going lower. So as it stands, there is still an SMT, but it's here. So what we don't really want to see is yeah, I mean, we want to see a close above this here for a long, but this we would have preferably liked for it to come have swept this low. It looks like you should might come down here. Okay, so I actually like this here. I definitely like this. The S&T is still there, but I like that. Okay. So I entered some shorts midway down this candle here. I actually going about here. My stop is already a break even, so it doesn't even really matter about that. And I'm gonna target equal lows here. Okay. I like that. So I've taken a little bit of profit here. Taken a couple of micros off, which has already made back our loss from earlier. And now we've got full TP right here at these equal lows. So my reason for taking this one was we had, let me remove some of these. So if you see on the M2, we came and swept this high. Let me restart that explanation. So my reason for taking this trade is on the M2, if we go on the M2, we see the price came up and swept this high and gave us a SMT. We're rejecting off the new day opening gap and M15 BPR. We then came down and we gave an inversion fair value gap on the 15 second. Price came back up, rejecting off this, and then gave us a sell leg down. This looks like a market maker sell model to me, so I identified that in real time. And then on the M2, we came down, we tapped this higher FVG without closing above the lower one, and it gave us another leg down. We then came down again, and on the 30-second, we tapped into this, which is an M1. We tapped this M1 gap. The target was equal lows and also low in this range here. So there we are. There's full take profit. Yeah, so on the 30-second, we had this inversion fair value gap reacting off of the M1 IFVG here. Sorry, FVG. And that's our reason for taking this short down to equal lows. We caught a nice sell-off. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so this was our trade for today. We took this one, but got stopped out at break even. Unfortunately, this was our target, but we would have taken partials here. And then we took a small loss, actually trying a long off of this. In hindsight, it's not the best long, really. I think I had my mind set too much on these relative equal highs here, and I didn't factor in this inversion, and I didn't factor in that we hadn't swept any liquidity into a sell-side inefficiency. So that's a mistake on my end. But we caught this in the end, so I'm happy there. And yeah, I mean, that's going to be it. I'm going to end it there. If you watched, thank you. And if you didn't watch, thanks anyway.